It's no secret that AI is completely revolutionizing the e-commerce landscape and honestly the entrepreneurship landscape as a whole. And in today's video, I want to review Shopify's new integration with Lovable. If you don't know what Lovable is this one app builder, basically a no-code SaaS builder. But just a few days ago, or actually like a week ago, they released a new integration with Shopify where you can basically type out what Shopify store you want to build and it will build it for you. And Shopify themselves actually made a really nice video here that's doing quite well for them that explains this in under 10 minutes. So I want to watch it with you guys and give you my commentary on it to see what it's all about. I actually haven't tried this yet, although I have been building a lot of Shopify stores this month with my team, but we're using just simple templates and themes that we've made internally, which you can actually get with the link in the description. But I want to see what this is all about, so let's
Picture
watch.
this. You're lying in bed at 2 a.m. with this wild business idea that won't let you sleep. But instead of adding it to your someday list, what if you could literally type out what you want to sell, hit a button, and boom, you have an outline of a web page ready to go. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to turn your ideas into a reality using nothing but text, and then how you can plug that into Shopify to start selling products.
Interesting. So I wonder how this is actually going to play out with ChatGPT as well, because Shopify, not too long ago, I made a video about this, released an integration with ChatGPT to show Shopify products in their recommendations. So I wonder if Lovable will actually help expedite that process as well. I'm not exactly sure how these LLMs interact in the background, but I know Lovable most likely uses some sort of OpenAI API or Claude and all these platforms. So I think this is kind of an accelerator for search engine optimizations on these large language model chatbots or whatever you want to call them.
Right away. As Michael Dell, the founder of Dell, said, you don't need to be a genius or a visionary or even a college graduate to be successful. You just need a framework and a dream. Now, let's turn your dream into a reality. So, what is vibe coding? Vibe coding is basically telling AI what you want it to create and then watching it bring it to life in real time, turning your ideas into working websites or apps without you needing to know anything about how to program. It's kind of like having a personal developer who instantly builds whatever you describe. There are a lot of amazing no-code AI tools out there, but today we're going to use a platform called Lovable to code out our online webpage. Lovable is an AI-powered platform that lets people of any skill level create full-stack web pages and apps within minutes. All you have to do is describe what you want, and Lovable will build it out for you.
Whoa.
We will need to connect Lovable to Shopify's admin in order to start making sales and accepting payments. Shopify will take care of the back office, so to speak. Things like checkout, payments, tax compliance, shipping, and inventory. Shopify's checkout is secure and already trusted worldwide, which means customers are going to feel more comfortable to make their
Actually, that's another pretty interesting thing is that Shopify's Shop Pay product has been super successful, which of course as a Shopify seller and advocate is a huge W, right? And now they've actually rolled out Shop Pay ads, so you can run ads to your listings, to your product listings on Shopify in the Shop Pay app. And yeah, millions of people use Shop Pay, which is basically like, it's basically as fast as Apple Pay. Like you have all your information saved in there. You can click a couple buttons and buy whatever it is that you want to buy. So that's really exciting. And I've actually been utilizing that a lot in our recent stores where we're just sending people straight to checkout, for example, because I just know that a lot of people in the US are starting to use Shop Pay. So if you just send them quickly to the checkout, they'll be able to check out really quickly. I mean, it sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't do this.
first purchase on your site. I'm going to show you how to connect your Lovable to Shopify later in the video. I once had a website ready to launch. The design looked great, the graphics were nice, but when I tried to demo it to my friends, nothing actually worked. It was very awkward to say the least. Lovable and Shopify's features working together will take that part out for you. Now, here's how to use the Lovable platform. The interface is incredibly simple. You just have one main text box where you describe whatever you want to build. Explain your idea, web page, or app, and it's going to start building it for you. You can also attach files or photos to base your web page on. And once Lovable starts coding, it's actually going to break down the process so that you know what it's up to. And at any point, you can reprompt it to make changes. You can customize your web page with things like quizzes, games, forms, profiles, or even a social space for customers to connect. If you can think of it, Lovable can likely add it to your web page. Okay, let's test it out and build something from scratch,
I want to
then
see it in
connect it with
actual
Shopify.
action.
The cool thing about Lovable is that you can bring any crazy idea you have into existence. You don't have to color inside the lines. You can get really creative here. So today, let's build out a web page to sell mild hot sauce with a quiz that matches customers to their perfect hot sauce selection. So first, I'm gonna tell it that I want to sell mild hot sauce. Lovable will then explain what it's building and give the next steps to set it up. Next, a button is going to appear that says Enable Shopify. Just hit approve and Lovable will connect Shopify to build out your web page. Basically, Lovable will create the front end and Shopify will run the back end. Guys, you can see that it built out a beautiful foundation for me to work with. But of course, our store needs something for people to actually buy. So I'm going to ask it to create products using photos that I've uploaded. It will then create the products with buttons for adding items to the cart and checking out. Guys, the flow of the website is looking really, really nice. And you can also see that it's mobile responsive, which means it works great on phones too, which is a must-have. Next, I'm gonna tell it
one of the things I'm noticing is that it's building this layout almost like a SaaS product, like a software or app. It has this sort of modern font and modern buttons and things like that, which is actually pretty cool. If I'm being honest though, obviously this is just a demonstration. I would never run this site myself, at least not as it stands right now. But you probably want to make it better than this. But again, this is pretty cool for someone who doesn't have a ton of Shopify experience, but they do have a cool product that they want to be able to sell anywhere.
Build out a quiz to connect customers to their perfect
This is exciting
hot sauce.
though. This
Guys,
quiz
check
option.
out the quiz that it made me. Something like this.
I really like this quiz option because usually quiz funnels, I've studied a lot of quiz funnels. I haven't ran many myself. At the agency that I own at Chemi, we have ran quiz funnels for clients before. Some clients use quiz funnels in order to collect emails and also increase conversions because you can do both with them. But what I have found is when I've explored and researched different quiz funnel apps, they're really expensive. They're like $200, $300 oftentimes. So just the fact that you can actually build out a really responsive, beautiful looking quiz funnel with this is a huge, huge value add in my opinion. That's a big W for both Lovable and Shopify.
Would have taken hours to do. So next, I'm gonna tell Lovable that I want to sell my products. At this point, Lovable will give me the opportunity to claim the store. So once I click Claim Store and log into Shopify, Lovable and Shopify should officially be synced. And guys, if you don't have a Shopify account yet, you can actually start a free trial. And I've linked one down below for you guys to get started. It's incredible to see what we've built in such a short amount of time. The products have officially been synced into my Shopify product catalog, and customer orders that have gone through will now show up in my order section on my Shopify dashboard, which is wild. This way, I can keep track of everything. Plus, I have access to all of my store data and analytics. You can build out an entire web page or app, but it doesn't stop there. You can also build out e-commerce or Shopify integrations, or pull in your product catalog and use it to create new experiences for your customers. Here are 3 amazing ways that you can use Lovable to level up your Shopify store. Number 1, quick customization without code. The real power of Lovable is quick customization. Now you can create unique apps and web pages that go along with your store without any coding needed. You can test out ideas with real customers and even try out 10 different concepts in the time it would typically take you to build out one. Number 2, campaign pages for special moments. You can easily launch working pages for limited edition drops, seasonal promos,
don't you see what I mean?
Collaborations. All with
these all look like software layouts, which is pretty interesting because that's what Lovable is primarily used for, is vibe coding software or web apps or just mobile apps as well. And I can see how it's applying that same feel and look and style to these physical products, which is pretty cool. You can even tell that these are most likely generated by AI. At least I can, because I've been using AI a lot lately to generate product images. So wow, the future is looking quite bright. We'll see if she says it in this video, but one of the ways that I've been thinking a lot about to, use these vibe coding apps to help your Shopify store is actually by creating apps for your store, or actually by creating in-house apps that you would regularly use, right? So for example, there's a lot of different ads. I don't want to call any apps out specifically, but if you're running a store, it's pretty easy actually to start spending like $500 a month on apps. But if you just code your own app, you can save like a lot of money, like $500 a month or more, potentially on a variety of apps. And also, I think mobile apps, for example, that you can make that are relevant to your store. I'm not just saying like, for example, a shopping app, but I'm saying, let's say you sell a skincare product, making a mobile app with one of these vibe coding tools that, for example, reminds you every day to do some sort of skincare or wellness routine. Before that would cost thousands of dollars to create, or even more, maybe tens of thousands of dollars. So it makes no sense for an e-commerce business to do that. But now it's so much cheaper that, it's almost free, right? That it could be a very interesting thing to test, especially as your e-commerce store grows. You're going to be building an email list, and that could be a fun digital product to add to your store, like an actual app that, can go with your physical product. That sounds like a really cool thing that I'm for sure going to be exploring more and more over the next year, and looking for investment opportunities in that vertical, because I believe it will be very powerful.
Checkout built right in. No more scrambling at the last minute to get your seasonal promo out there. 3. Quizzes, games, and interactive shopping. You can connect your existing Shopify catalog to Lovable and create cool add-ons like spin to win offers, guided shopping, or personality quizzes. These are the things that make shopping really fun. Now, here are a few tips to set yourself up for success. Of course, Lovable is amazing at building out custom web pages quickly and developing unique experiences. However, when it comes to complicated store features like tax compliance, shipping, and things of that nature, you will need to integrate external tools like Shopify. And of course, with any AI platform, you will need to make sure that you're clearly communicating what you want so that Lovable can do a good job. If you want to learn more about prompting for Lovable, you can actually check out Lovable's article on the best practices to get the most out of their platform. I'll link it down below. When it comes to building a web page or app, you will need some basic technical skills and understanding to deploy your platform and maintain it. The future of AI development is here with vibe coding, and it's an exciting leap forward for entrepreneurs, creatives, and anyone with a big idea. If this video opened up new possibilities or sparked ideas for your business, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to Learn with Shopify for more tips on all things about starting a business and building with AI. Guys, go try the Lovable AI and Shopify integration right now. Build something simple first, maybe a landing page for that business idea you've been dreaming about. Then share what you've built in the comments below. I will be checking the comments, so please let me know. I'm Charisma with Learn with Shopify. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Her name is Charisma.
And I'll see you on the next one.
Wow, that's a pretty cool name. That's interesting. I'm very curious to see how this will play out over the next year or so, whether or not people are going to use this a lot. I think they will. Like I said, there's just a lot of creative freedom when it comes to these kind of integrations, and there's so many potential ways to use this to your advantage. So I'm pretty excited about it. I love these Shopify videos. I never get a chance to watch them myself just because I'm quite busy. And if I'm not making content, then I'm, building stuff or hanging out with my family. So when I have these opportunities to watch content as my content creation, is always really fun for me. So hopefully you felt the same way and you enjoyed this. I will be streaming more and doing this kind of stuff, like engaging, making content live with you guys. I think that's been some of the most fun that I've had when it comes to content creation. And it's also like a really fun way to create content because we can make a lot of videos and clips from it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions about anything in the comments, and that's pretty much it. Peace.